Shouldn't be surprised by this, but Facebook once targeted teenage girls with beauty ads after they deleted a selfie, reinforcing the idea that they are not beautiful enough. I just finished reading Careless People by Sarah Wynn Williams. Where do I even begin? Sexual harassment, awful maternity policies, global hate, and last but not least, the egocentric leaders at the top of Facebook. I know that a lot of what's covered in this book isn't news to many of us, but what makes this book worth reading is the fact that it validates a lot of the things you hear about Facebook. It is a great audiobook, by the way. It really hooks you in. It is narrated by Sarah Wynn Williams herself, so there's an added flavour to the stories that she's telling, and I highly recommend that you do listen to it. Saying that, whilst I really did enjoy listening to the book, she does come across as a really unreliable narrator. In my opinion, she paints herself as too innocent. She keeps saying, Facebook did this, and then Facebook did this, and can you believe they did this? But sweetheart, you were the global policy director at Facebook when these things were happening, so you are also complicit. It's not just the other people at Facebook, you are also complicit. And what amplifies this is that she never chose to leave. She had genuine extenuating circumstances for being at Facebook at certain times. However, when it happened repeatedly and there were so many bad things that happened and she just chose to stay, it kind of sounded like they were all excuses. A lot of Sarah Wynn Williams' personal life is woven into the story, and that's great. It makes for a great read. The book starts with a really wild account of a shark attack that she experienced as a teenager, and honestly, the way her parents handled this whole experience, I was thinking to myself, how is this girl still alive? Because there's so many huge life events and they're told in a really dramatic way, it does grab your attention, but it also starts to feel really melodramatic. I think it really takes away from the authenticity of her voice because of how dramatically she tells these stories. I don't doubt for a second that these things happened. I just think that there should have been an editorial choice of which details to include. The one person that tries to keep her grounded in the book is her husband Tom, who seems like the only sane person who can see all the decisions that are happening and is saying to her, hey, excuse me, I don't think you should be doing this. And she kind of just ignores everything he says and continues to do what she's doing. That, I guess, amplifies the fact that she's not oblivious. She's choosing to do the things that she's doing. And the fact that she's passing herself off as innocent really takes away from her credibility. If she had more accountability, then I definitely think there'd be more credibility to her account. So yeah, it's a fascinating insight into Facebook. Not new, but definitely insightful. It really shows you the power that people in these places have and how that power affects every single one of us. If you're curious about the inner workings of Facebook, then I highly recommend that you pick this book up.